Good morning, everybody. Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
In Provincetown. This week featuring
Wake up, wake up.
Can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up.
Make it strong, please. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Wake up, wake up.
Oh. Whee! No, really, can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up.
You have those whiny pictures,
Wake up,
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, June 3rd, which means it is Pride Weekend and Women of Color Weekend here in Provincetown.
I was ready. You always ask me, do you know what that means? And I was ready to say that.
Sorry. Harry, do you know what that means?
It means it's Pride Weekend.
And
Women of Color Weekend.
a very special person's birthday who we're hoping to hear from later when we call her.
Yeah.
What'd you do this week?
This week was fun. Worked a ton, but I also got plenty of time to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of fun?
Last Friday, I worked at the Brew, and then I went over to Tea to hang out, and then I went to Gaston's opening.
Excellent.
Yeah, super cute.
How was the show?
It was incredible. His work is so good. He's kind of like, I feel like the past couple years he does a lot of like male figures and stuff, and this it's a lot of like only painting, and it's beautiful.
Did you buy anything for your wall?
No, but if you've been able to pick up the Provincetown Business Guild's guide to the summer, actually Gaston's art is on the cover. Be sure to check one of those out. And if you open to the centerfold and then turn one page back, we're on it. Yeah.
Almost the centerfold.
Almost the centerfold.
This close.
I know, yeah.
You guys, thank you for joining us today. We do have a great show for you. We have a lot of wonderful people here. Who's first?
First?
Oh, well, so here's what I did this week. This is the first video that we're going to show you later. The inclined elevator, AKA the funicular. In the video, I did label it a funicular because that seems to be what everyone's going to call it regardless of what it's actually called. They did a ribbon cutting. Yeah. Our state senator Julian Sear was there to give a speech. He read a message from the governor congratulating the town on this momentous occasion. The town crier I almost called him the bell ringer. The town crier was
the
there.
Bell ringer.
Yes, he was there ringing the bell. Lots and lots of people there to celebrate the cutting of the ribbon. I don't think I've ever been to an actual ribbon cutting before. Have you been to one?
I imagine.
It
None
feels
as serious
so-
as that, but
It's just like such pageantry that I'm not used to.
did they have like a giant pair of scissors?
Yes.
Word.
It wasn't that giant though. It was like maybe this big.
That's huge.
I know.
Scissors, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's big for scissors, but I thought they were going to be like this, not like this.
like what are like hedge clippers?
Yeah, like I thought it was going to be like the length of a weed whacker, but no, but it was great. It was cute. And so we did that. Amy Armstrong is here. I don't know if you know this. I probably told you this, but my first summer in town in 2005, when I was a cocktail waiter at the Crown and Anchor, Amy was one of the acts that summer, Amy and Freddie. And, certain shows that you cocktail you look forward to seeing every night that week, and Amy was that show for me.
I love that.
And so some summers she's here, some summers she's not, and she said it's been 5 or 6 years since she's been back, and I'm so excited to see her and Fernando's show at the Pilgrim House. They're gonna sing for us later. Ryan Landry's here too,
Yep.
almost, to talk about Showgirls coming back to the Crown and Anchor on Monday. Are you gonna go? You're off on Mondays.
Yeah, I'll probably go.
This Monday is Showgirls.
Yeah.
Are you gonna compete?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because I don't have time to prepare.
Do a
anything.
number, prepare something.
I'll try.
Alex Guerra of The Gathering
Be
and
right.
Art Gazelle in Miami. They're bringing some Art Gazelle to Provincetown, and I don't know if you've been into Cruise Quarters yet to see it.
I'm going tonight.
I'm going tomorrow.
Cute.
I know.
Wait, aren't you working tomorrow?
Yeah, but during the day I'm going.
Oh, great.
Like, I can't go today. I have an eye doctor appointment after this.
Oh, right. I need to remind you to go to that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But have you been to Art Gazelle in Miami?
No, I didn't make it. Last year, I think, was the first year
Was last year the first year?
of Art Gazelle.
No, 6.
What?
Last year was the first year that P-Town artists
Wrong.
went down to participate. Yeah,
First year in my mind, because I only exist in P-Town.
But it's just so cool that they're bringing it here. Everybody that's been in the cruise quarter so far, up the top 2 floors, each room is dedicated to an artist. So you get to do like a little art stroll inside of the cruise quarters. And I also feel like this is one of the first events where stewards open the doors of the cruise quarters to the community to be like, look what a fabulous job I've done in here.
And he did.
And he has done a fabulous job in
Yeah.
there. So go check that out. We're going to talk about it later.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
My
go.
parents were in town. Tons of fun. I love when my parents come to town.
Me too,
But-
because they really give it to you.
Yeah, I was working Wednesday when they came to town all day, so they came in for lunch for happy hour and then again for dinner. And then they stayed at the Bradford. They said it was wonderful. They told me about I haven't been at the Bradford in about a year, and they told me about all the incredible renovations they did over the winter. My dad picked up his crossword magazine from Puzzle Me This, as he does every time he visits. And then we got a Scott cake for my sister to take home to thank her for watching the dog.
Very cute.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
They had a really good time. I went in there to visit you guys and was just so happy and surprised to see them sitting there. So I got to hang out with Tracy and Doreen for like half an hour.
We also went to Cafe Heaven for brunch, which was the first time I've been in this season. It was incredible.
Thanks for visiting, you guys.
Yeah. What else we got? Oh, we want to offer a hearty congratulations to one of our crew members, Ethan. He just received his GED and his diploma. We're so proud of Ethan. Think we got a picture up now. So cute. Congratulations, Ethan.
He's standing right behind that camera.
Yeah. One of our intrepid crew members who has to put up with our bullshit all the time, so yeah. We've been talking about it for a few weeks, and just a little update. The bench is back. The bench is back. I know there was a lot of conflicting opinions, but it seemingly a lot of people had a lot of nostalgia attached to the bench, so they are very excited to see it back.
So the town decided that, or the homeowners?
No idea. It was just there all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, it was just back.
Yeah.
It was decided, passive voice.
'Twas decided.
It was decided.
Yeah.
I love that this town honors nostalgia
Yeah.
instead of mocking it mercilessly.
I love to mock nostalgia.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, whoever put it back.
Yeah.
I love seeing that little old guy sitting there with the boombox. Like every time I'm biking to work around that corner, he goes, "Hey, kitty." What? No? Wait, what?
Nothing.
Is that bad? Am I canceled?
You're canceled.
I don't.
Say old.
Oh,
Wow. Ageist.
Jesus Christ.
Monday, I checked out the Spilt Tea Party over at Land's End, hosted by Ann Hutchinson and the Provincetown Brewing Company. It was such a fun event. It was a gorgeous day, and there is kind of no place better to be on a gorgeous day than up on the hill at Land's End overlooking the bay.
That's true.
It was incredible. Ann Hutchinson was hilarious. A couple other people got up to speak or sing. Joelle was there. Todd was there. It was awesome. But what were they were celebrating? Obviously, you know the Spilt Tea's been out for a year and a half. Update the can with some new can art. I think we've got a picture for you. It is a beautiful, opulent picture. If you look really closely, you'll find some really fun tidbits in there. I feel like it should be an I Spy.
Ooh, like Where's Waldo?
Yeah. But Chris Spalding, who is the general manager here at the brewery, also does production design. So he designed this beautiful image and then had it photographed. And it is now on the cans of Spilt Tea in the refrigerator right here at the Brewing Company now. So come in and grab a 6-pack and look really closely, and you'll see a lot of fun stuff on it.
Great.
Yeah.
So wait, we're gonna sell that at the Red Inn this summer?
I don't know. I think.
I think so too.
Unsure, but I think. Yeah. But after that party, I went over to the boat slip for tea. I managed to make it to tea 2 times this week and party it up.
You got your Admiral Pass?
No.
Eric Borg, paging Eric Borg. Who
No, I
promised-
talked to him about it. But I did want to. One thing I love about tea that they've been doing for the last, I think, year or two, they hired Dan McKeon to go and take photographs of everyone at tea, and I just love flipping through the albums on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and follow the boat slip, they'll every day almost they upload albums of each day of tea, and there were some really incredible pictures from the weekend. I have a picture of Anna. I don't know what pictures are up, but they're going to be up around. But I have a picture of Anna Talla with a bunch of ladies, which I love to see. So many women in the pictures from Tea Dance. Baby Dyke weekend was really incredible. Tons of people in town celebrating. I also have a picture of the boys from Seaplane, all in matching shirts. They love to do that. They always look so cute.
It's a fun shirt.
Another one of our good friend Roxanne. It's a bunch of gorgeous blonde women, and Courtney and Miriam are in that picture. We want to wish them a hearty congratulations. They actually got married this past weekend up at their house, and I heard it was a truly amazing event. So congratulations to Courtney and Miriam.
It was like a 4-day wedding, and by the time they came down to the Red Inn on Monday afternoon, I think it was Monday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Where they were, they usually, when they come to the Red Inn, start with a glass of champagne. And I was like, the usual? And Courtney goes, I can't have champagne for probably 5 years. She's like, this wedding was 4 days of champagne, and I'll start with something else.
That means a lot for her.
I know! I was like, you must have blown it out! Yeah. Congratulations!
I think there's also a picture of me and some cute boys that I was hanging with at tea. And there were a few pictures of me. Me and Kiko got a cute pic.
Kiko burning it up.
Yeah.
We should have Kiko on this show.
Yeah. But if you ever go to tea, be sure to follow The Boat Slip on Facebook and check out the albums. Even if you don't end up getting a picture taken of you, if you just kind of scrolling through the album of the pic of the day you were there, it's fun to see. You're like, oh, that guy and that person. Because you notice everyone, and then you might even be able to track down someone you had your eye on.
Oh. Did you have your eye on someone?
No.
Did someone have their eye on you?
Of course, everyone. You're laughing at me, not with me, right? I know.
I'm just drinking coffee. I don't know what he's laughing at.
Do you want to talk about the scandal?
What scandal?
The iced tea scandal?
Look, you know what a good waiter in Provincetown does?
Gouges.
If a refill is free, the good waiter just brings it around and gives you another one, right?
Yeah.
So like if iced tea comes with free refills in an establishment, the person will just be bringing it around.
Yeah.
I think that's like a baseline of good service.
Really good service. If your drink is free refills and it's getting low, just a new one appears magically.
And I mean, between the two of us, there's probably 35 years in the service industry. So we know what we're talking about. And we are often, not always, good waiters. So
I'll say most of the time.
yeah, usually.
More than half the time.
More often than not, usually. But somebody was online in one of those community spaces electing to complain about being charged for refills.
On community space, complaining?
I know, who'd have thought? But their complaint boiled down to, why didn't the waiter warn me? And it even included the phrase, a good waiter in P-Town warns their guests. And I'm like, should I be going around in like an orange vest, being like, look out! No, don't buy that! I don't think that's what a good waiter does.
Yeah. I once had a guy order, I gave him a list of scotch, he looked at it and said, I'll have the Johnny Walker Blue. And I was like, great. Johnny Walker Blue, most people know, is a fairly expensive drink. And then he asked for it on the rocks, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it separate, and you can do whatever you want with that. And then he, when I went to go close out, he's like, $50? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you should have warned me. And I was like, it's, a lot of people would find it insulting if someone's like, I'll have a shot of Johnny Walker Blue. And I'm like, you know that's $50, right? Can you even afford that? That's not a great way of going about things.
That's not what a good waiter in P-Town does.
Right.
It's a delicate balance. I mean, if you are unsure about the price of something, what is it Sheila E. once said? If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Is that Sheila E.?
Yeah, living the glamorous life.
Oh, right.
If you want to live the glamorous life, then just live it. Go on vacation and buy a shot of something without knowing the price of it, and live your life. Be happy, be free. But nothing is free.
Nothing.
Not even refills.
It just opened a few days ago, but if you haven't had the chance, I've got a picture for you. The P-Town Inn Pool did a bunch of renovations. One of my favorite spots in town, but they refinished the concrete. They got new chaises. Chaises?
I don't ever say that word because I don't know how to say it.
I don't know.
Chairs?
Chairs.
How do you say it?
Chesapodes.
Your last name is vaguely French. How do you say that word?
They got new chaises longues.
Chaise lozenges.
But they got new chairs at the P-Town Inn Pool. They also updated their structures that house the grill and the bars. So it's gonna be really cute over there. So be sure to get over there.
Did they give Dano a bigger bullhorn?
I hope so. I'm always that idiot who's like over here like flirting with a boy, and they're like, "Your chicken fingers, Harrison," and I never hear it. Yeah. Whoops.
Well, once it's warm enough, we can all go hang out by the pool, which is still shaped like a pilgrim hat, right? Like they kept that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't think they were redoing the pool like that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That was everyone's concern.
Right.
I mean, you move a park bench, you change the shape of that pool, the town is no longer the town. Some things need to stay the same.
Do we want to do a little birthday call?
Sure. So tell me what this person means to you.
This person is one of my favorite people in town, and I feel like she entirely embodies what Provincetown is.
Yeah.
Which is fun and lively and loving and creative. So I can't talk and do this at the same time.
Oh my God, talk and do. Talk and do.
But I was very lucky to be able to celebrate this person's birthday with them last night with a little shot.
Hello?
Good
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Janet!
Oh my gosh, good morning, guys.
I'm so happy you're awake.
I am a little.
What?
She said, I'm a
Are you
little.
still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed I'm up this early. We have a late night again tonight.
Oh,
but I love your
right.
show. Of course, I'm watching.
Aw, thanks, Janet. I hope you have a really fabulous birthday and everything goes smoothly today.
Well, thank you so much, and happy Gay Pride. We're doing the opening tonight at Red Room. I hope I see a bunch of fun people there.
Oh,
Last year was a blast, so
I'm
we're
sure
really
you
looking
will.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Love you, bye.
So I got to have a shot with Janet to celebrate her birthday last night because I was bartending at the underwear party at Red Room last night.
How did that go?
Well, remember last week, I was like, it was so cute. There weren't a ton of people there, but everyone was having a grand old time. It was like an entirely different story last night. I think we even hit capacity at one point, and I was not ready.
No.
I just was like, I was working with Chad Ryder, and at the beginning, he's like, they called me in to cover, and honestly, I figure you could probably do this by yourself. I could not.
No.
It was completely balls to the wall, wild, crazy, so much fun, tons of people in their underwear, and it was like a slightly diverse crowd as far as underwear parties go. There were some women there.
You mean boxers and briefs?
Boxers and briefs. But some of the first people through the door were women, and they're like, do women come to this? And I was like, yeah. As long as you're in your underwear and you're feeling the spirit, we're here for it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But it was a ton
Co-ed.
of fun. They're having, again at the Red Room tonight is the Pride kickoff party. So be sure to check that out. And if it's anything like last night, I'd get there early.
What else is tonight? Now's a good time to tell people a couple of the things that are happening starting tonight for Pride Weekend.
Right.
As we mentioned earlier today, if you're looking for a daytime activity, Art Gazelle is up and running at the cruise quarters.
Yep. We'll also talk about that later with Alex. But at the Crown, we've got the Provincetown Business Guild's Bingo. That's hosted by Austin and Mackenzie tonight. I think Dina Martina kicks off her season tonight. Such a good show. I can't wait to see that. Tonight is also P-Town Follies at the Crown with all your favorite local performers. And then Mushroom Head at the Wave Bar tonight. I think that must be James Cerny DJing that, so that'll be a ton of fun. Tomorrow, if you've got an adorable pooch, bring him over to the Crown at 2 p.m. for their doggy style party, sponsored by Puppy Play, the new store in the Whalers Wharf. I always get the Whalers Wharf and the aquarium all mixed
know.
up. Whoops. Tomorrow at 6, they've got Illusions. Their show this summer is called Warrior Goddesses. The art is beautiful, so check out Billie Jean, Lakia, and Devin, Roxy Pops in that. There's the Women of Color dance party tomorrow at 9, and then Gaia La Festa, hosted by Boy Radio, Corey Craig, and also Kaya Cristal is going to be there. Sunday, they've got a beach party at the Crown, and then Show Tune Sunday with Tom Yaz in the video bar. And obviously Showgirls on Monday, but we'll talk about that later with Ryan. That's just what's at the Crown.
Oh my
We've
God.
got such a busy weekend. Also, things going on at Pilgrim House. Miss Richfield's running her show this weekend. It's called Cancel Cultured Pearls. When I saw it, I was like, cultured pearls are canceled? And I was like, that kind of makes sense. It's like, it's pretty invasive. And then I was like, oh no, it's a pun. And I figured it out. Also, I just saw that they're actually going to have Tina Burner in town all summer at
Really?
the Pilgrim House. I don't know if that was announced earlier, but I just noticed, and I'm so excited. Tina Burner is one of my favorites. Also, Misconceptions got her show there this weekend, and obviously Delta Miles Sunday Service Drag Brunch.
Amy's there for 4 nights.
Yeah, and Amy.
Tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday? And Thursday as well.
And Thursday. And then at the post office, Anita's Cocktails Drag Brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Paige Turner has her show on Saturday. Debbie Holiday Friday and Saturday. And then Mona's show on Sunday. You saw her show last week, right?
I did. I went to opening night of Mona's show. She was Mona. Raw,
That's
real,
all we want.
unpredictable.
That's all we want.
Raw, real, and unpredictable. At one point, there were 3 CC gingers on stage.
Work.
One, she was like, oh, this one's gross. And then later on, I was sitting in the front row and I saw her pick that one up. I was like, that's the one you don't like. No, drink the other drink.
After the other two, that one becomes fine. You know?
No, lots of fun songs.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of every Mona show is where she's just talking to the crowd. Some of it's scripted, some of it's off the cuff, but it's always real and hilarious.
Yeah, she's someone you put a microphone in her hand and you can watch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Totally.
incredible. You also saw Audra McDonald, and you're just like not even mentioning it.
Well, this is the thing. So Audra McDonald was at Town Hall last Sunday. If you don't know who Audra McDonald is, she has 6 Tony Awards, Broadway legend. But there were people who were like, so here we are, hundreds of people snaking outside of Town Hall waiting to get in, a big sign in front of Town Hall saying sold out. I don't know what it is about Peter Sullivan's face that makes strangers stop and ask him questions, but 8 times somebody was like, what are you guys in line for? And of course I would be like, a suicide cult. We're all going in there to murder each other. But of course, Peter was like, Peter's like, we're in line for a show. Look at this sign. It's Audra McDonald. And I was like, you are so nice. Why are you being so nice to these
That's
people?
why we all love him.
I know, but then after the 5th time, he was like, I'm going to say we're waiting in line to get into a real estate office.
I love it.
I was like, that's even better than suicide cult.
He just puts the sandwich board over his head and starts wearing it.
We're all fighting for one 200 square foot condo.
My God.
$18,000 up front.
Oh my God.
For a month and a half.
No, Audra was great, but of course, like halfway through the show, I see out of the corner of my eye people leaving. And I'm like, she's fucking killing it. Where are they going? And then I look, the show was supposed to end at 7:45. It ended at 8:30.
Oh.
So, if you have dinner reservations, and then same thing with Mona. I'm like, I love extra entertainment for free. So both of the shows that I went to on Sunday ran long. But I mean, because of the time that Audra's was,
right?
It sucks for the people that can't stay till the end.
Yeah, totally. Especially
she's
when
amazing.
You want to see every bit of that.
Yeah, she got like 8 standing ovations.
You said she got a standing ovation just for walking out.
Before she even started, everybody was on their feet, and of course, I had never seen her before, and I was like, earn it. Out of the 800 people in there, I just sat there and I'm like, whatever.
We'll see.
And then, of course, she made me cry 4 times. No, she's insanely talented.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Amy.
I love that.
But we have to show another video first, right?
Yeah, it's yours.
This is the funicular?
Yeah.
So, as I said before, in this video, I did label the thing a funicular. I'm just going to go with it because that's what everyone's calling it.
Perfect.
I mean, and I don't want to be that nerd who's constantly correcting people. It's an incline elevator, Mark. So,
Which he did about 5 times today. He just decided he doesn't want to be that nerd.
I literally just decided that. So please enjoy this ribbon cutting that we went to.
Oh, yes! Good citizens of Provincetown, visitors, and Worcestershires all. It is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to this historic and momentous occasion, the cutting of the ribbon of the incline elevator. Without any further ado, let the celebration begin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
We
honor hats so much in this town, and particularly at our Pilgrim Monument, we actually have an exhibit dedicated to the Hat Sisters. Give the Hat Sisters a hand. Dr. John Michael Gray is so proud to be here today. And my dear PMPM team member, Tim O'Connor, Hat Sister Tim. Tim O'Connor created this. Give Tim a big hand. I think last night he was praying for John Michael as
This
well.
is a great day. And as someone who grew up here on the Outer Cape in this community, the monument has sort of always been part of your life here. First of all, when you're growing up, there's a large granite structure in the middle of town that somehow looks like a campanile you saw in Siena. But the monument becomes, it's kind of part of the community, right? And some of my first memories are going to the lighting of the monument, which started by friends of my parents. And we used to watch it from the Broadway. And then coming up here, particularly when I was in college, and it was always sort of a night, that Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, when we came together, we just saw people. The monument was always a beacon in this community. It was actually one of my first, maybe my only word that I used to say as a kid. I would pronounce it monument, which is apparently an homage to the native tongue here.
I know, isn't it something? Yeah. So do we have everybody? Come on, kids. Artie, join us, please. Come on, kids. Mr. Cashman, is you good? All right. We all good? Whoop. There we go. All right. Are we all together? One, ready? One. Got pictures taken? Two. Three. Yay!
If anyone has any information on the man who stood deliberately in front of me while I was recording that, let me know. But now, it's like the end of the video. I'm clearly recording the ribbon cutting, and somebody stands right here and went, and I'm like, I left it in there.
I'd be like, can you send me that video?
More importantly, here are Amy and Fernando. They have a show tonight and tomorrow at 6 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 at the Pilgrim House. It is called Spanglish. Here they are doing Lost on You.
Thanks, guys.
So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going
just got a little bark in my booty.
That was phenomenal.
Thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. I'm so glad you remember me.
Of course.
I even said, I never thought being kind to someone 17 years ago would bring me back to something like this. Thank you. It makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah, and I've been working with Fernando for 5 years. We've been in Puerto Vallarta, and now we started touring. We did like 100 live streams during COVID, and I was going through cancer and COVID, but now I'm in remission, and I'm doing great. And now we're in Provincetown.
Welcome back.
For a limited time only at Pilgrim House, but congratulations on your GED. How awesome is that? So proud of you guys. Thank you for having us. You guys come and see us. You won't regret it, I promise. If you pay for VIP, you get to touch one of Fernando's nipples.
One?
What do I need to do to touch balls?
These guys already touched them. That's why we're on the show.
How did I forget?
Thank you guys so much. Please come and see us if you get a chance. And happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride. Who could ever forget a voice like that?
I know.
Yeah.
I've always been so jealous of people who have such command over their voice to make it look and sound so easy.
Yeah.
That's just beautiful. She's always sang like that. So that's tonight and tomorrow at 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 at the Pilgrim House. Please, please, please go see that show.
Yeah. Who do we got now?
Well, do you want to talk about that? Just mention these things real fast, because then we have to do the Steve Bowersock video. Wait, actually, you know what? I have to make a plea to everybody watching right now. Get stoned. Like, get high, smoke some weed before this Steve Bowersock video. I walked in, and it's all these like colorful knitted items that are for sale tonight, and I was like, I feel like I'm on weed and mushrooms right now. And he was like, that's the idea. It's like, so, get high. It's Massachusetts, you're allowed.
Perfect.
Eat an edible, but a fast-acting one.
While you're doing that, and before the video, we want to mention a few things. This Tuesday at the Crown is Sisters in the Name of Love, which is a benefit for helping our women and the AIDS support group, so be sure to check that out if you're free on Tuesday night. Also, Margaret's incredible party is coming back. I know we've all missed it for a few years. Church, one of my favorite parties, is coming back at the Grotto Bar next Sunday with DJ Rod Hot.
Excellent.
And also, Outermost Yoga just announced their season. They are going to have daily 7:30 a.m. classes on the boat slip deck, which is entirely gorgeous. They're also going to have 10 a.m. daily classes over at the Wammer Studios. Yeah, and boot camp on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, full class.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Fun. Be fit. Be happy.
Yeah.
Be gay. Be merry. So Steve's show tonight is called Men Knitting, and then there's Jeff. There's like a knitting circle in Provincetown that meets every day when it's warm outside of Joe Coffee. Did you know that?
No, that's so cute.
They gather and they knit, and I mean, I had to myself get over my preconceived notions of knitting. You think of it as sort of like a grandma thing, but there's lots of fags doing it out there in front of the coffee shop.
I love that.
Learn all about it now. Steve Bowersock Gallery with Mr. Steve Bowersock himself. Steve's got a really fun and colorful and exciting show for you tonight, Friday, June 3rd, here in the gallery. Steve, thanks so much for making some time to come on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So what are we seeing tonight?
You are actually seeing the knitters of Provincetown. A couple of friends of mine, Jared and John Crane, Steve Cook. They're both knitters, and they sit in front of Joe's, and they just knit. And I got fascinated going back to me not understanding what knitting was about. As you know, most stereotypes happen, I think my grandmother does. So I wanted to introduce tonight the caliber of knitting artists, and which Jeffrey Fitzgerald, who does our abstract
And
paintings.
Jeff is from Ogunquit?
He is from Ogunquit.
And he'll be here tonight in the gallery.
Yeah, he will.
To meet
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. And he's a fun guy too, so you'll really enjoy his work. So pairing the two has been kind of fun and challenging, setting the show up in the gallery to showcase these pieces.
Yeah, so you had to get over a little bit of your own bias against what you thought knitting was classically.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I thought if I could combine the two, if I have this curiosity, how can I bring it to the public and educate the public of the stereotypes that happen with knitting? Like all the guys in this show are all gay men. And I believe, I'm not sure, but I think it's one of the first in the region highlighting gay men who, talking to these guys, still get a little ridiculed for it, but I find their minds very fascinating on how they look at these in grid patterns and the tight woven. So I figured if they could educate me, then I can turn around and educate the public.
Perfect. I feel like we should go talk to John Crane about this right now.
Right. Where's John Crane?
Hi, John Crane, I'm Bob Kieran.
Hey, Bob. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm so happy to show you some of the work that we do.
Yeah, so you are a year-rounder who knits in furniture coffee.
That's right, in the warmer months we do. There's a small group of us that have just naturally met there, and we've been doing it probably 7 or 8 years. And so over the years, people who visit in Provincetown and are knitters have known the knitters are there. So we have a whole circle of folks who, when they come to Provincetown, bring their knitting with them. So we just know lots and lots of folks.
And how many of those guys are represented in the show tonight?
Oh, many of them are here. In fact, many of them have come to something we call P-Town Summer Knitting Camp, which happens during Bear Week every year. And these shawls, for example, were knit by a Chicago bear named Greg Sabetta, who in the daytime is a United Church of Christ minister, but loves to come to P-Town during Bear Week and knits fabulous shawls. He really specializes in this form, playing with different types of yarn, colors, textures, and we've been able to import several of these from Chicago for this show.
Nice, but he won't be here tonight.
He will. He's actually coming for the opening. He's so excited to. He's arriving in town today, and will be at the opening tonight.
It's going to be a shock for somebody who's used to Bear Week to come here on June 3rd.
Yes.
It might be a little cold for some of the bears.
Yes,
These are beautiful.
Yeah, but there's just wonderful textures. You know, there are all kinds of yarns that have been developed, and I think shawls are a particularly showy way to demonstrate that. And so there are different textures, different weights, colors, patterns, and Greg plays with that.
Let's walk back here because I want to look at something that you were showing me earlier. This piece right here. Tell me a little bit about this.
This again is another type of shawl knit by Steve Cook, one of our local knitters, who was one of the jurors for the show. It's a pattern called Papillon, which is after butterflies. It was very much a part of the Palm Springs knitters group. I think many guys in Palm Springs knit this, and Steve is part of that group in the winter. So we're happy to have that brought back to P-Town. Palm Springs again meets P-Town, right?
What's that on that chair over there? Those little red
Oh
things?
my goodness, this is a special component of the show, Bob. We're also doing this as a fundraiser for the AIDS support group of Cape Cod. And these are technically known as willy warmers.
Willy warmer.
They're hand knit with love. They come in several different sizes. We knit them either large, extra large, or humongous. And for generous donations to the AIDS support group, folks can take home their very own willy warmer. And but it's designed. This was my first design as a knitting pattern, and it was designed to be quite functional. That it had to work, it had to fit.
Who's the model for this one?
The
Wake Up viewers and family want to know.
My goodness, I can imagine. I did have a friend with a Brazilian boyfriend who sent photographs, and that was really he was really involved with the design of these because in fact they had to stay on. I mean, there's a lot that goes on. They expand and contract.
Like the real thing.
It's made with washable wool. And all the above. But anyway, these are sort of a sideline in the show because we really do want this to be a support group for support for the AIDS support group.
That's amazing. So if you get one of these willy warmers, you will be supporting the AIDS support group at Cape Cod.
That's right. So, but a lot of these things, garments are. One of the neat things about knitting is that humans have been knitting for practical matter for centuries and centuries. Sheep have been with humans since we humans came out of the caves. You know, we came out and met the sheep. They give us wool for warmth. They give us milk. They give us meat. For the sheep, we provide security for them. Sheep are really subject to predators. They have difficulty finding water. So we have this long relationship with sheep. And these are all 100% wool. This particular sweater is a design that developed during the 19th century in Britain. It's called a Gansey, and it's what the fishermen wore in the North Sea. So it was along the shores of Scotland, England, the Netherlands. And it's really a very practical sweater. That, as you see, this is really very dense. It's really wind and water resistant. This one with the decoration is probably more a Sunday go-to-meeting type than you'd actually wear on the boat. But it's very practical because it has this plain section, which of course gets really dirty, and you could just cut it off and re-knit it. The same is true with the arms. And this is a variety, this pattern that's called Snakes and Ladders. The young women, particularly Scottish young women, would travel up and down the North Sea, following the herring fleet, which would go from north to south. And when the fleet came into port, they would pack herring into oak barrels to be shipped to the cities. The fleet would go out and they would be knitting sweaters as they moved down to the next port. So there's a wonderful long history of this. And several of us really enjoy learning about that history and recreating how it's been done.
Ron. So there's men knitting in the show, and then there's Jeff. Who's Jeff?
Jeff is from Algonquin, and he's known for working with land and sea in this abstract quality. So he's kind of like an abstract expressionist. And I paired him with these guys because one, the color palette, and I found his patterns in his paintings almost similar to the artists themselves in the knitting. So I thought if I could bring these two hand to hand, what kind of a show could come together out of this? But he's well renowned. He's from Algonquin, and he's probably been painting 30 or more years, actually. And again, when you see his pattern, even as you scroll through the gallery, you can actually see, he's got an immediate tell. You just know it's Jeffrey Fitzgerald.
Beautiful. So you guys come here tonight, the Bowersock Gallery from 7 to 9. Meet Steve Bowersock, meet John Kane, meet Jeffrey Fitzgerald. Catch some knitting, catch some painting. It's going to be a great show. Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
You.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Go say hi to those guys tonight at 7 to 9 at the Bowersock Gallery. Please, at this moment, welcome to the show Mr. Alex Guerra, who is in town from Miami, but you also live here during the summer.
Yes, I am now a part-timer. My partner and I, and my 3 dogs.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Art Gazelle.
So Art Gazelle is my queer art fair that I host in Miami during Art Basel. We called it Art Gazelle because people mispronounce Art Basel. They say Art Basel. So, and we love a pun at Gathering. So we called it that. And then it started off as a group show in my library. And every year I've kind of built it up, and finally it's we're at year 6 this past December. And we do all of the rooms. I have artists from all over the world. I've had artists from Milan, Mexico. I've had from London, Spain. I have a lot of artists from Spain. And I decided, you know what? P-Town is don't tell Miami, my favorite place. And I don't want to have a hotel here, but I wanted to have an Art Gazelle. I thought it was perfect. And this is exactly 6 months after the Miami Fair.
That's awesome. And this past Art Gazelle was your first one with Provincetown artists.
Yeah, so this past December, I invited artists from the Commons, P-Town. I love what they're doing. They're my neighbors. And I decided to invite them over, and we had a baby Commons as a part of as a part of Art Gazelle Miami.
And one of the artists that went was Paul Rizzo, right?
Yeah, Paul Rizzo, he's great.
Yeah,
I love
we got
Paul
a video
Rizzo.
of him later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, Paul Rizzo, his gallery 411 is one of our partner galleries for Art Gazelle P-Town.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did you guys get involved with the cruise quarters?
Well, I met Stuart last year when we kind of moved here, and he found out that we own the Gathering, and we got into talking about his new venture, and we're a little seasoned in it, so we just shoot the shit and like gave him a lot of ideas or pointers on what to expect, and he's doing an amazing job. Yeah, we love it there.
So what time is it up today?
We open at noon and we close at 4 because everyone has to go to tea dance. So this Art Gazelle is a little different than Miami, because in Miami we're really focused on Art Basel and all the art fairs, and I wanted the artists in this experience to feel like they were at gay camp. So then we all get together and we all move over. I feel like Peter Pan. These are my lost boys. And we're gonna go to tea dance, and then we're gonna come back at 6:30 because we want to make sure we get the rush from tea dance, and we open again at 6:30 till 10.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get to go?
Yeah, I'll be there tonight. Yeah.
And you're going tomorrow?
I'm going tomorrow.
Holding you to it.
I will. I'll see you at noon.
Yeah, amazing.
So you said you opened the Gathering in 2014?
2014, Valentine's Day, we opened.
It's such a cool concept.
Not on purpose, but
it's kind of
we were like, we
serendipitous
need to
though.
open.
Right.
Yeah.
What brought you to the concept that is the Gathering?
So my partner Stefan is in the hotel industry. He owned hotels before, and we knew that there was kind of a gap in Miami. Mind you, this is around the time where Obama was president, and people thought, oh, we don't need gay spaces anymore. People are going everywhere. You know, this is a new time, and here we are, right?
Right.
So, but we knew that people were looking to get off kind of like Grindr and Scruff and actually meet in person again. And that's where our idea was, and that's where the birth of the name also came from, which in the beginning I wasn't on board with because I thought it was really corny. And being that I have an accent from Miami because I'm Cuban, people think I'm saying the Gatoring or the Gatorade.
Especially in Florida.
Exactly. So I have to like enunciate gathering, and now it's just, you know, there couldn't be another name for the place, and you've been there, and you guys know it. You know, so we're I always say that that the P-Town Brewing Company is like the Gathering of P-Town.
Right.
You know, as it comes to the bar, and you guys do a lot of the, you know, similar stuff, and I immediately came here and I felt at home.
Because you do a lot of similar, like, community style, bring everyone together
Yeah,
events.
exactly. So I actually hosted trivia at Gathering for 6 years, and then I hosted it all through COVID until July, and I kind of got burned out because I'm used to bouncing off the crowd and everything like that. I was doing it from my house through Instagram, and then like getting shut off because I was playing music or, you know, stuff like that. People get very annoying when they're at home also. So I was like, my patience level changed.
Tell
I'm
me.
like, shut up, you know? And I was like, okay, I need to stop doing this. When I got back, I handed it over to one of our drag queens, Cece Glitzer, and she's German, and she says she's the German sensation in Miami, and she is, you know, and she gives out a lot of my booze for free, and we let her, and she's taken it over, and she's turned it into something completely different, and it's great, you know, you need to change over time.
Right.
So I handed that over, but we do bingo. Blamey, my drag queen, Blamey from Bingo is here.
She's here, yeah.
She's here. She's hosting Art Gazelle for us. She does all of our artist interviews at the regular Art Gazelle. And I like to think that I'm her drag mom because I pushed her to do bingo. And at first she started off looking like Magda from Something About Mary, and she kind of turned her drag into something completely different now.
Cool.
Yeah, so she's in my house terrorizing my bathroom with all her stuff in this trip. Yeah, we're excited to have her.
Welcome. Thank you for bringing it here.
Of course. I'm excited. Yesterday was great, and I hope that Stuart invites us back and we don't do too much damage to his place. But I think it was great. Yesterday, everyone got to go see what Stuart has done. I know I got to stay there 2 weeks ago, and I got to hear all the people talking on the street about how it used to be baby shit yellow, and now it's like gothic black.
Yeah.
Once you see the inside, you completely get it, and the fact that it's black is like on point.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I want to thank Stuart.
Thank you so much for making some time to be here this morning. I know it was like a last minute alert.
Yeah.
Don't blow up our spot.
And we'll see you at Art Gazelle this weekend and in Miami soon.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and if any of you are headed down to Miami, be sure to book a room, or if not, stop by the bar or check out any other events they're having there.
Yeah, not Gatorade.com, Gathering.com. Yeah.
The word gathering with a Y after the
Thank
GA.
you. Yeah.
We nailed it.
Gay like glitter.
And speaking of Art Gazelle, here, watch what Paul Rizzo was up to this week. The mural at the Crown and Anchor is spectacular.
We're here at the Crown, and we're doing some fabulous public art that Paul Rizzo has led and designed and is making happen. And there's a few of us that are helping out. Public art's a very big part, not only of Provincetown, but I think a lot of communities, and how we create really welcoming spaces for people. So I'm clearly not dressed for painting, but was able to jump over and paint a little lavender. So congratulations to Paul and the Crown, and everyone enjoy this gorgeous mural just in time for Pride.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the artist Paul Rizzo at the Crown and Anchor, and maybe you can see a little bit of this, and maybe you can see how sweaty I am because I just helped watch them paint this wall. Paul, tell us about your mural.
Well, so I was brought in. Mark Goulet and Jonathan Hawkins were talking about this, and then Mark Garrett suggested bringing me in, and it's been a lot of fun working on it. And there's been a lot of people. It's definitely a group project.
Community effort.
Yeah.
There were a lot of artist friends helping you paint this. We have some footage of that. But also, I mean, just standing here looking at this, this has got to be, if not the, one of the largest murals in town. How big is it?
It is roughly 1,288 square feet.
That's pretty big. And who came up with the color scheme?
Well, Mark Goulet came up with the idea, and then I worked on a sketch, and Jonathan wanted it to end with red, solid red at the vault.
Perfect.
And then other than that, it's been kind of figuring it out as it's happening.
So Jonathan wanted it to end at red at the vault.
Yep.
How many colors in total?
I have no idea.
And when is it going to be done? Like, when can I touch it? It's dry and it's finished.
Pretty much this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So everybody come over here to 247 Commercial Street and check out Paul Rizzo. Is this your first big mural?
Yes.
You got it. You have to be so proud of yourself. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
You should be really happy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Come check it out, guys.
That piece is called Spectrum. That piece is called Spectrum. And I just want to thank everyone who helped us paint. There was Josh Wilmuth, Trevor McCula, Elemental P, James Ryan, Billie Jean, Lakia, and also Austin Tyler. Thanks for coming out and helping us out.
He's catching up on his Z's. Ryan needs a little rest before he goes back to doing Showgirls at the Crown on Monday. Are you awake?
What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know this is really early for you.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Gay beyond words.
Thank you for making some time to come and talk to us
thanks
today.
for dragging me out of my friggin' bed.
Anytime.
I come to you covered in dog hair with morning breath. Thank you.
I saw him in the street on Wednesday and he's like, "You're gonna have to wake me up tomorrow." I was like, "Thursday? Why do I have to wake you up a day before the show?" You woke up all on your own today, or maybe Scott helped you.
Scott, the dogs. Both.
The dogs.
Yeah.
They'll do that.
How's it going?
Great. Aren't you excited to go back to the Crown with Showgirls?
Yeah, of course.
You know, everybody else is super excited about it. You're going on Monday.
So excited.
It's been a minute.
No comps.
Okay.
What if you're performing?
Huh?
What if you're performing? What if you're doing a number?
What if I'm doing a number what?
No, what if some queen is doing a number? Then she doesn't have to.
Oh, no, you don't have to pay if you're doing a number.
But you don't get a seat. You watch from the wings.
You don't get any goddamn seats. You got to pay for seats.
Can we ask you a little bit about your humble beginnings in Provincetown? When did you first get here?
1979.
1979? How old were you, can you say?
17.
17. Not for the whole summer, just to visit?
No, some rich guy brought me here and I just stayed.
And now you're that rich guy.
Yeah. No comps.
How do you get rich? No comps.
No comps.
That is how, right?
That's how you do it.
Oh my God. It starts at 9 on Monday?
Can you turn these lights down?
No, we cannot.
What? What was the next question?
What time does the show start on Monday?
9 o'clock.
Where and when can acts sign up to compete?
They talk to Jonathan about that. I have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
They go to the box office, to the right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
They go to the Crown and Anchor box office and put your name on the list.
Cute. Like in the olden times.
Just like it's always been for 30-some years.
You've been doing this for 30-some years.
Ah!
It is the longest running show in town.
You know it, Toots.
And all of our favorites will be back. Olive Another, Penny Champagne. Who else?
I hope.
I got stuck working Mondays at the Crown, at the Red Inn this year. I'm already back at the Crown and Anchor on Mondays.
Don't you love that he just said, I got stuck working at the Crown on Monday with the owner right over there.
Not at the Crown.
If you come up with a number, I can switch with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this Monday.
Yeah, come up with a number.
In the future.
Is it still that giant prize?
Yeah, $1,000.
That's first prize. Are we doing second and third still?
No, no, we're not. You know, it's going to be, the audience decides whether to cut it up or whatever, you know, how we do it. But if someone's really fantastic, of course they win $1,000. You know, that's all the audience's thing. I have nothing to, I just ask them and they tell me.
All right.
Perfect.
You're going to be stage managing?
I'll be there Monday.
You'll be there Monday. Excellent.
Good, get rid of her. I think Putineska's going to be stage managing.
Who's Putineska?
You know, Jose. Jose. Well, it doesn't matter. Jose.
Oh.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
What's next? Tell me another question.
How was your winter in New Orleans?
Gay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perry, tell us about Perry, your puppy.
Perry, my little dog. He got what they thought was leptospirosis, which is a dog can, like, you know, lick a puddle that might have had like a possum's urine in it or something.
Kinky.
And he's 10 months old. But they thought it was, and then they didn't know what it was, and he was in ICU for 19 days, and he was on dialysis, and it was a nightmare. But
no
now
comps.
He's better. No comps. Now he's better though. Well, I did a ton of pet portraits. I painted a bunch of pet portraits.
Yeah, you were busy.
GoFundMe. It was people really came out of the woodwork to help us. You know what I ate this morning?
What?
I went to Trader Joe's. I love this cereal. It's called Just the Clusters. You know, just the facts, ma'am, just the clusters. And for some reason, it attracts ants. And it's the only food in our house that attracts ants. And I really thought I wrapped it up good. And I ate a big bowl of cereal so I could get here and everything. That's why I have this cereal breath. And as I was cleaning up, because you know I'm not a very neat eater, and there were some crumbs on the table, and as I'm wiping the crumbs up, ants! So I have ant breath as well as morning breath.
Delish.
Right?
What's in the
I should just get some of that Roundup.
Oh my God. Not recommended. What's in the future for the Goldust Orphans?
Well, we're taking a break until COVID is totally done because it's just such a nightmare. But we are doing a Christmas show called Little Christmas Tree Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
And it's about a Christmas tree shop on the Cape that a Christmas tree starts eating people, and it's a big problem.
I love that.
And I think Kaya Marie's going to star as Audrey. We're hoping.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If Jonathan gives her any time off.
Wow.
She says as she wraps her robe delicately.
It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming on here.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know it's early, Nan.
Yeah, it's very early, but I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you're doing this.
And I want to point out something. There are a lot of acts that finally this year for the first time have their own show, and it's a bunch of people that got their start on the Showgirls stage.
Definitely.
Liza,
Isn't that
Kaya.
nice?
Yeah, so thank you for always providing a stage and a platform for young and emerging talent to come and show what they can do.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for providing a lap so I can lay on it. Turn that phone off!
You guys, I think that's our show. One more thing, Andrew, if you have a second, to put up a couple of pictures of Wiley's art, because Wiley Burrell has an opening tonight at the Treadwell Gallery at 7 o'clock as well. There's so much to see and do. What do you think?
Yeah. Sean is going to be mad if you don't come by tonight after tea. So if you're leaving tea and he sees you walk by, he's going to be very upset.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Harrison.
Thank you, Ryan. We love you.
Good night.
Also, tomorrow at 3:30, everyone is meeting at Town Hall. Wear your craziest, proudest thing, and then everyone's going to sashay over to tea. So meet at Town Hall at 3:30 for a big tea. Also, if running is your thing, Sunday morning, I know, right? Sunday morning, we've got Feet Over Front Street, a 5K.
Watch your filthy
walk.
mouth.
Right, I know, I hear you. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching today. Thanks for waking up in Provincetown.
Wherever you are. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
The Red Inn, Cafe Heaven, Project Valor Sailing,
Department Brewing Company, Be Well Cannabis Dispensary,
Crown and Anchor.
Good night.
Good
Happy
night.
Pride.
Happy Pride.
Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
In Provincetown. This week,